Somebody got to go walk out there in front of that audience.
Somebody has to perform it, but sell it. But listen, now they have AI artists that they actually make. I've seen it.
Yeah.
They actually make the artists digitally. Yeah, digital artists. So and they give the artist a name. So now you're dealing with an AI artist, something that's completely made up.
And that's the lawsuit that K. Michelle is going through. They made a digital pretty broad and said, I wanted to
Sound like girl.
and have her flow.
And that's not right.
Then went platinum.
Then she got a legitimate claim. But here's the new thing. Every time you create a new avenue or a new stream to distribute something, whether it be music, visuals, or whatever, that calls for a new contract.
Yeah.
Now, before the internet and all that, there was no contracts for internet streaming or anything like that because there was no fucking internet. So now that it comes about, now you're going to have to figure out how you're going to see this shit monetary thing, and I just want to play. And the same thing with this AI shit. Whatever you own, whatever's your intellectual property, you're going to have to protect that shit now. You know what I mean? So that means before
They use the likeness
for your public name or whatever. Now you got to get one for your voice. Now you got to get one for your whole being. This is me. This is I own this. So I don't give a fuck. You can't use my name, a picture, or nothing. You know what I mean? Without me knowing about it, AI or otherwise.
No doubt.
So that's what it's showing me. That this is another way you got to protect yourself.
And you might know this, or you might one of your. Now I know there's certain things that you can't copyright. Can you copyright your sound or your
voice? Yeah, because you can copyright your own.
Anything that belongs to you.
Could I ask you a question on that though? Can you copyright your flow? Because I remember at the time niggas say everybody sound like Kane, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like there are people who move the gamut, and then people start saying like, yo, I'm around like him, and I'm gonna get to this rhythm.
It was like when he came out with that.
You can't copyright a rhythm.
The we in town.
Now let's just play by. You can't copyright a rhythm unless it's played by instrument. Yeah, let's just play by instrument. But let's just play by instrument. For instance, what's the guy's name that made the song about sex therapy? What was his name?
Sex therapy.
I'm talking about pussy again.
No. His father had a TV show. His father had a TV show.
Look like the singer.
His father was on Growing Pains.
The singer.
The singer guy.
The white guy.
Yeah.
No, the black guy on Growing Pains. Biggest of the black guy was you listening.
Yeah. One of my favorite motherfuckers. He made a song.
One of his favorite motherfuckers.
You know why I don't know his name? Because I'm high as a motherfucker. All right?
Okay, well.
But he made a song that sounded like Marvin Gaye to people, and he got a loss. He lost Robin Thicke. Family song, and it said the third thing. And Marvin Gaye's family sued.
Yeah, he sued
and he won.
Yeah, he won.
Until today, I still listen, and I really don't hear what everybody hears. But it's the music. But see, he got sued because of the melody of the music.
Yeah.
You don't get sued for your voice. Like if you make a melody with your voice, like I could sound like Nas all day, or sound like Biggie, like Shine sound like Biggie.
Yeah, Sean.
Another. You can't get sued for that, but you can get sued if you do it with instruments.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? If you make
just like Vanilla Ice with the ding 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 ding.
yeah. Okay. You don't get sued for that. You couldn't get sued for that.
No, they did.
They got
Yes, you can.
You got sued for that.
There's one thing is a sample and one thing is an interpolation. Okay, so if you directly use the sample from the sample that, and right, that's one thing. And then the other thing is if you get a band to play it over and make it sound just the
Instruments,
same,
music.
that's an interpolation.
Yes.
But you got to pay for both of them, or you just got to pay less for the interpolation. Okay, for the sample itself, they could charge you whatever the fuck they want for you using a sample. So now, as far as these things are going to come into play, as far as AI is concerned, because they're using people's voices, they're using people. I don't know how deep they're going to break it down to your style, your flow, and all that. But I mean, if they use, if somebody type in and said, I want it to sound like Keisha Cole and this and that, and then when that bitch starts singing,
You can see that.
it sound like Keisha. You violated.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just like
Now you violated. You violated. What's up?
I did it.
Man, I tell you, y'all niggas have opened me up. Opened me up.
There you
I still hold to my basic premise of I like good music.
If it sounds
Yeah, I like good music, but I do get where I like Jadakiss. I don't want niggas to pirate this nigga. You know what I'm saying? I like Biggie. I like all these niggas, man. I don't want people to unnecessarily stuff.
So let me ask you this. Real quick. If we got a theme song that we getting ready to do for the show, right? And there was something that we already thought about doing for it. Now, what if we did this
Instead.
and we did this because the beat is crazy and this will go crazy over the. We did this.
This is pretty rock.
We did this. How would you feel about it?
What I would feel about about what I want for our show would be you, because I think that you're dope, right? Like, so what I want is you. I don't really want the locks for our show, right? You know what I'm saying? I want you for our show. So what it is that you wrote would be good for me, and I don't need the lock shit. It doesn't mean that I didn't respect that, right? Like what I just heard you spit. If you had did this on the low and never said nothing to me and said, "Yo, KB, that's what I got," I'd be like, "What?"
That's what I'm saying.
Coming, right? I would have been like, "This nigga Cass done hit the hottest. That's my nigga."
And then,
But you still my nigga.
then I would have told you, yo, I didn't write this shit. Got nothing.
It's that's because you care about the culture. And that's why I think that all people who care about the culture, as far as you, KRS-One, Chuck D, endless amount of names.
Go ahead, problem.
Endless amount of names.
Go ahead, problem.
There's nothing. You already know my affinity for a lot of the old school dudes. There's a lot of old school artists that I grew up on. Right? Again, you remember son, we see KRS-One.
You gotta get it. Everybody got it, son.
You gotta get me to this nigga. Right? When we see Big Daddy Kane. Now I realized that one of my homeboys is like one of the best friends with Big Daddy Kane. This nigga, my man Big Drip. Right? Like, you know what I'm saying? And so we not find out that Drip, no, it's not like, yo, Drip, you ain't never told me. Like, you know, but that's not his thing. It's like somebody might say, so you ain't told me you know where I'm at for cash? Yeah, that's not the essence of my friendship with him. My friendship with him is my friendship with him. You know what I'm saying? So it's that same kind of essence. But you know, like I said, I get it. I think it is daunting. I don't know what the answer is to how we get around that thing. You know, but I know that
I don't know what the fuck you talk about no more.
I'm telling you. I'm just telling you.
Personally,
I'm telling you.
you lost me like
So now, but this is what I'm gonna say.
let's talk about AI about